Hey everybody, and welcome back to Double Barrel Podcast, Single Barrel Blast. My name is Chris, and I'm coming at you with a Fresh Crack Friday. Let's get into a bourbon that has been showing up a lot more on shelves. It is none other than Dexter from Brain Brew Distilling. Now, this is considered to be their flagship model, and they claim that it's a 3-wood bourbon. Now, we have tried multi-barrel bourbons before on this channel, Joseph Magnus being the most recent. This one claims to be oak, maple, and cherry wood. And these guys come out of Cincinnati, is where their distillery is where they're claiming it. They've got like 3 different cities on this thing, but we're going with Cincinnati because that's where it says the distillery's at here. All right. This guy, like I said, it has 4 double gold awards. And we're going to get into this. Ooh, good port cock. Yep, right there. That was a great cork pop right there. I promise I haven't been drinking yet. Ooh, I channeled a little bit of Barney Fife right there. Put that in your snipe and poke it. For those of you that get the reference, you get the reference. For those of you that don't, you won't. Sorry. Ooh, really good like nut bread notes on there. I'm really anxious though to see how the cherry comes through. I really do enjoy good cherry notes in bourbons. And for this one claiming to be finished in a cherry wood barrel for part of its life, I'm really curious to see how the cherry notes come through. Now, one thing that's interesting to me though is I'm not getting a age statement here out of this guy. And I couldn't even find one, which makes sense. Now this one is we're going to call it 100 proof. It says 50.3% volume. I'm sorry, you're 100 proof bourbon. Let's get into this guy here. See what we got on the nose here. Beautiful coloring though. I really do. It's got a really nice dark amber color to it. Okay. As I always say, I really, really hope nose does not transfer to the palate on this one because I'm getting an insane blast of allspice, cinnamon, and vanilla. And we all know what happens when I get those flavors right up front. It's not going to make for a good time. Very spicy. However, though, a lot of nut notes, a lot of nut bread notes in this guy. Okay. All right. Deep. The cherry was there, but it was up front. It was very, very small. I mean, it was a little bit. Here's what this guy is bringing to the table. A lot of spice. A lot of it. It's very spicy for a 100 proof bourbon. It's bringing this very warmth of nut bread, deep wood notes. I'm not getting any of the maple in there, yet really not getting a lot of the smoke in there. The spice is overpowering it. However, though, it's not a total lost cause yet. All right, he's mellowing out. He's taming out here a little bit. Okay. Got the maple on the back end there. A little bit of smoke. Okay, we're getting a little bit of that nutty smoke. That deep oak note that's coming through now on the back end. That's predominant in multi-barrel finishes. A lot of double oak barrels have that note, and that is definitely a predominant note going on in here. It definitely has that toasted, almost that toasted nut note going on. All right, spice is mellowing out a lot here, which I feel a lot better about. Let's talk price here for a second. $50. For $50 being a flagship bourbon, that's impressive. Let's go in for this last one here, and then we'll get into our final thoughts on this guy. Okay. Here's my final take on this guy. Definitely starting off, it's progressive bourbon. It meets my qualifications for progressive bourbon. And those of you that know, great. For those that don't know, I'm going to let you in on the secret. From taste 1 to taste 4. Now, I know I had 5 on this one. I poured a little heavy tonight. We want to discover new flavors. We want to be taken on a journey. Here's what we got for $50 out of the Dexter Brain Brew flagship bourbon in the triple wood. We started off with a very spicy, heavily spiced bourbon that transitioned into a very heavy, dark nut bread. 2, we picked up a little bit of cherry. Same notes came through. 3, we continued that. I lost the cherry, but I gained the maple and dark toasted oak and smoke notes. Number 4 is probably where we got a little bit of the cherry and the vanilla back. However, though, the spice notes just are so overpowering that it's not letting the cherry come full circle here. Anyway, a very unique bottle. My final thoughts on this guy is, for $50, not a bad buy. Realistically, not a bad buy. If you can find him for around $50 to $60, I would definitely recommend this bottle. It would be worth the purchase. However, though, not a beginner bourbon, even at 100 proof. This guy does drink hotter than 100 proof. Anyway, folks, always remember, never drink and drive, never mix your guns with alcohol. And always, my name is Chris, and we'll see you back here next time on Double Barrel Podcast, Single Barrel Blast. Y'all stay safe out there.